what special natural ingredients are used in your products that make them so effective and unique? Of course, if it's a secret, don't tell us. But if you could tell us at least one or two, that would be much appreciated.
So all of the products are made from 100% natural ingredients. The whole idea of the products is that you use them mindfully to the skin, that you take time to send loving energy to the skin, that you smell the products, because the fastest way to get essential oils into your body is actually through your inhalation, through your nose. It's about how you use them, and the way you use them is as important as the products themselves.
Welcome to the show, where we discuss time-tested and science-supported tools for better health, long life and pleasures.
So who doesn't like to be young and beautiful forever? Today, we'll dive into some fascinating skincare and aromatherapy tricks and secrets from Ireland, which can keep you look and feel young and at your best forever. I'm Lilian Zeltzer, and for over 3 decades, I have researched, practiced, and explored natural stimulants for better health, longevity, and pleasure. In the process, I discovered many time-tested and science-supported natural stimulants and met numerous amazing experts who, together with me, share their knowledge in this show with those who want it. Because as Hippocrates said in the 4th century BC, if you're not your own doctor, you are a fool. Our guest today is amazing Maria Morgan, the founder and owner of Escafills, an award-nominated natural skincare manufacturer who managed to harness the power of nature to nurture both skin and soul, which is even more important than just your skin. Welcome to the show, Maria.
Thank you for having me, Lilian. I'm really delighted. Can't wait to have a conversation with you.
Well, I understand that you live on a farm in Ireland. How is the weather?
I do, yes. The weather's actually very good. We had a very stormy Friday. Storm Amy came around, and we were lucky enough we didn't do too much damage here. But there was a lot of people around Ireland with no electricity. But it's lovely now. It's dry. It's a 8:15 in the morning here, or 8:20 in the morning. So the sun's not out just yet.
That's all right. We are creatures of nature and we depend on nature, and the power of nature is still there. And that's what we'll be talking about today. You know, a few years ago, I was lucky enough to be in Ireland on St. Patrick's Day, when, in the spirit of St. Patrick's, my hosts actually showed me interesting 2 ancient Irish beauty tricks. And the first one was simple. It added strength and golden shine to my hair. And you can see my hair is black, but it still shined with some young gold. And the trick is simple. You just need to give your hair a beer rinse before sunrise and let it dry naturally. Well, that's one trick. And the second, if you would like to have your face skin plumpy and feel rejuvenated and look younger, to make some barley tea with a spoon of raw honey and sip it very slowly before the bedtime. And yes, as by magic, my skin plumped up during the night, and in the morning it looked young and radiant. Everyone commented on it. Till this day, I still use this little trick. So I cannot wait to find out some more Irish secrets from our guest. Maria, what is your background and what triggered your initial interest in skincare and aromatherapy?
Well, my background is, Leanne, I never intended to do this because I initially started my career working in education. First, the small, preschool education, and then I progressed into adult education. So that was what I thought was my life path, that I was going to work in education. I worked in adult education, and it was for people, adults who had literacy, numeracy difficulties. So I really loved that and enjoyed, empowering people through education. And a couple of things happened as does. First of all, I got sick. I got sick with work-related stress about 18 years ago now, and I couldn't work for a period of 11 months. And on paper, there was nothing physically wrong with me. So conventional medicine couldn't help me because I didn't have an infection. I didn't have a tumor. I didn't have anything that they could give me a tablet or operate or whatever. But I was mentally, emotionally, and physically exhausted. And it took me a long time to get, over that. I just had literally no energy. For me to clean a tea stain on a table, the power would leave my arm because that was too much effort. If I was to wash the floor in the kitchen, it would take me 3 days. And when you're unwell, you'll try anything to get well. So that kind of got me into the whole holistic and the alternative modalities to try and get well. So I kind of got well after a long time. Now I was wrongly diagnosed as depressed and all of that, but we got over all of that. So it gave me a great appreciation for everything natural. It gave me a great understanding of the effects that stress has on the body. And I always had an affinity with smell. I loved the smell of oils. If I went into a shop and someone was burning something, I would say, what's that? So I always had an affinity with smell. So when I went back to work and all of that, I dabbled. I would say I dabbled. I did introductory courses in different things, but I didn't go down the road of getting a formal qualification because I didn't want to make the changes in my life at that stage. I think there's a certain time in your life when you're ready for all these things. So I dabbled. I did introductory courses in aromatherapy, in reflexology, and kinesiology, all of that kind of thing. I was really into the energy of, the body and how we have an energetic body. And when I was sick, or before I got sick, I probably wasn't aware of that. I instinctively had some kind of knowledge, but not really aware of it. Like I was fully aware that it was up to me to get well. And I was fully aware that my mind could make me well, my mind could make me sick. So there was an awareness somewhere, but when I started doing these introductory courses, it was like I'd heard all of this information before. It didn't come as a surprise, or it didn't come as something I didn't know. I instinctively knew. It was like I'd come home and I was hearing this information again. And then the other thing that happened that really kind of made me take the leap was my brother died very suddenly 10 years ago. He went to bed and he didn't wake up. He was 2 weeks short of his 52nd birthday. And I made a vow to myself when he died that I was never going to put off something I really wanted to do in life, because I didn't know how much time I had on this earth. So he died in the April, and the following September, October, I started my aromatherapy training. So for the next 18 months or so, I trained as an aromatherapist, a bioenergy therapist, Reiki master, all of that kind of thing. And the plan was, Lillian, to give treatments. I'd never actually thought of doing the products. So that was the plan, and I started that. And then I used to give people blends, aromatherapy blends after a treatment. And I started making the products for myself initially and giving them to family and friends. And then I decided, really, people were saying, you should do something with this, Maria. And I made the decision then I could help more people through my products than I ever could coming to me for a treatment. And that's when I decided to go down the road of the products.
That's fantastic story. Well, it definitely, like you, it was in your fate to
Yes.
actually become, well, who you are now and bring people that relieve with aromatherapy and skincare products that make life a little bit more pleasant. Well, you obviously have some discoveries that you made. Perhaps you invented a couple of things because you definitely know what you're doing and your products are quite popular. So, what special natural ingredients are used in your products that make them so effective and unique? Of course, if it's a secret, don't tell us, but you could tell us at least one or two. That would be much appreciated.
Well, what makes Escoffield products unique is the formulations of the products. When I'm formulating a new product, I start with the end in mind. What do I want this product to do? And then I work back, so that determines the ingredients. So all of the products are made from 100% natural ingredients. So they all contain the lovely natural butters of, sheer butter, mango butter, cocoa butter, which are great oxidants, and they're great emollients, and they have oxidants to help kind of with fine lines, clear fine lines, and all that kind of thing. And then we have the lovely natural carrier oils, and then the essential oils. And the blend of them, they're all chosen for their therapeutic properties. So the whole idea of the products is that you use them mindfully to the skin, that you take time to send loving energy to the skin, that you smell the products, because the fastest way to get essential oils into your body is actually through your inhalation, through your nose. And so they not only nurture and uplift the skin, they actually nurture the whole person, the body, the mind, the spirit. So they actually make you feel amazing, because that's the power of essential oils. So really it's about how you use them, and the way you use them is as important as the products themselves. If you're using the products and you're just slapping them on your skin and flying out the door, then you're not actually going to be able to get the whole effect. Exactly.
And that's exactly what I'm doing right now.
Yes.
I carry this little jar with me everywhere. It contains my favorite fragrances that made out of Bulgarian rose,
Oh,
orange
lovely.
blossom, and
Oh,
pine needles. I find it
perfect.
to be very relaxing, and I actually
Mhm.
put it in the same proportions in a bottle myself, just shake and it's ready to go. But it's
And I have mine
simple.
here too. I have my little roller ball. So I be the same. I kind of put them here. I have them in my handbag. So I'm the very same. Yeah.
I travel everywhere. It's been to Himalayas and been to Andes in Latin America. It's been in Peru. Anywhere I go, I always carry with me. But
Mm.
it not only makes me feel relaxed, but it's like gives me confidence. It is like a good charm that I can use in any bed when you travel and you want to relax and you want to feel at home anywhere you go, in any hotel, little motel, or anywhere you find a pillow to sleep through the night. Well, you just put a little bit on your arm, on your hand,
Mhm.
and sleep. And it
Yeah.
feels beautiful. Well, there is something else. According to statistics, over a third of adult people find that appearance of their skin, like wrinkles, skin imperfections, little scars, dark spots, and so on, are the most worrying things. Can you tell us something about anti-aging skin products in your range, something that can help people who look for this type of products, natural products?
Yeah. Absolutely, because as we get older, our skin, changes, and all of that. And I suppose when I was formulating the facial range of products, I wanted to work with the skin, rather than fighting against time. So, it was about working with the skin, keeping the skin hydrated and healthy and glowing. So that was the goal when I started to formulate the facial products. And we say in the moisturizing balm that we have, the Nature Slow moisturizing balm, we started first of all with the butters. So as I said, we had mango butter, shea butter, cocoa butter, and these were given deep hydration. They had antioxidants which smooth fine lines, and it protected the skin against dryness, because as we get older, our skin tends to get drier, but also they create that lovely velvety feel on the skin when you apply them on the skin that people love. So that was the first thing. Then we came with the carrier oils, and the first one we had was rosehip oil, which is like natural retinol, nature's retinol. It's packed full of vitamins A and C, so it'll brighten, regenerate, and soften any wrinkles. We had evening primrose oil there, which improves the elasticity of the skin, as we lose a bit of that when we get older, and it calms any irritation. And then we had a apricot kernel, which brings vitamins A and E to keep it nourished and to keep it protected against the free radicals, which kind of cause aging. And then we had obviously vitamin E in there, which is included to protect the skin against free damage. And then we had the lovely essential oils, which always goes in everything. Essential in Escoffiel. So we have frankincense, rose absolute, sandalwood, geranium, pomarosa, and together what they do is, like, frankincense is brilliant for cell regeneration. Rose absolute oil is, for restores radiance, and sandalwood soothes any and calms and smooths the skin and soothes the skin any irritation. And then you have geranium and pomarosa, which tones and refreshes the skin. So when you put all that together, it not just tones and uplifts the skin, it also uplifts the spirit and the person. So it's not just about creating, it's the whole idea is to uplift your thing. And the other thing I put in a little bit of beeswax, and that was twofold. The beeswax was to create a breathable barrier and keep the skin protected against the elements, because we get quite a lot of wind and cold here. But also it delays the absorption of the cream into the skin, and that was deliberate because I wanted people to actually take the time to give themselves a massage, a facial massage, so that your self-care starts morning and evening by giving yourself those 2 minutes to actually take the time to apply it to the skin, to moisturize, to smell it. And, for me, my self-care starts morning and evening. And I just find in a very busy world where people are being pulled from every direction, having little moments of self-care where you stop and you just take a moment, a bit like with your oils. When you take a moment to just put them on you and smell them, you're actually calming the body and just giving yourselves like a reset, like a mini reset. That's what Escoffiel products do.
Absolutely, absolutely. I relate to that, to everything. Well, since ancient times, people have relied on nature to preserve their beauty, to enhance their pleasure, to activate pleasant memories, and to feel better. So I am not surprised that you use so many different things to actually bring the best and offer it to anyone who wants to try. Well, you remember how I mentioned that barley tea? with raw honey that I had during St. Patrick's Day in Ireland,
Yes.
and it actually worked. There is actually science to it. Well, barley tea is a great source of antioxidants and nutrients like selenium. And selenium is something that known for clearing skin and making it look plumpier and younger. So every ingredient that you use obviously has certain minerals or vitamins or other active ingredients that actually do the trick.
Yes.
So,
And it's the synergy of all of them together, because on their own they're very good. But when you actually layer them together and they have that synergistic effect, the sum of the parts are greater when they're put together. Do you know what I mean? And it's that layering of them that really creates the magic of it.
oh, absolutely. Well, but let's go back to aromatherapy, which is now official part of integrative medicine. Its therapeutic effect lies in a strong connection of our smell sensors and the brain and our memory centers that as soon as they sense certain smells, they evoke vivid memories and power and create powerful emotional responses. So from stress reduction to increased focus and so on. Inhaling certain aromas can stimulate and make profound impact on mood, well-being, falling in love, or attracting someone. So, in your professional opinion, which scents are the most useful and need to be in every household?
I think that's like asking me to pick a favorite child. Do you know which is your favorite child? Because in terms of essential oils, they're all lovely. I suppose what I would say to people is your taste, the oils have, and the body has a great capacity to know what it needs. Okay. So when I was taking in that period of my life when I was deciding to leave one career and start the other, when I was in that crossroads, I could not get enough of the essential oil cypress. And cypress, I could have drank it. My body craved it. I couldn't get enough of it. I was, I had it nearly on tap. And the reason for that is, you know, cypress oil is a really good stress oil, but particularly around when you have a crossroads in your life. So at that time, my body really needed it. And so I couldn't get enough of it. I was burning it. I had it in tissues. I had it in roma sticks. I had it everywhere. Now I love it. I like it and I love it, but I don't need it.
Well,
So what I would say to you is your taste will change, in terms of certain oils will really appeal to you at certain times in your life because there's something in that oil that your body needs. And certain oils, people will smell and they'll go, oh, and they'll take an immediate reaction to, oh no, I can't stand that. And there's something in that oil that's, kind of jarring with you. And it can be that you need it or you don't need it, one or the other. I suppose if I was to say, always get an oil that you like the smell of. That's the first and foremost, because it could be the best oil in the place, but if you don't like the smell of it, then you're not going to use it. Lavender is always a good one to have. Most people know it. What I find is either people love it or hate it. That people will love lavender or they'll hate it. So in any of my products, I never have just lavender. I'll have lavender and other ones for that reason. I particularly loved all of the, geraniums. I love frankincense. I just think it's one of these oils that is there's something really special about frankincense. Really like not geranium, vetiver, but it might not be an oil you would burn because it's a very woody effect, but it's a great grounding oil because it's taken from the roots of the vetiver plant. So if I was going, I would say, lavender, lemon is always good. Tea tree is a really good antiviral for, burning and vaporizing in the air. And because it's coming up to Christmas, I always have a Christmas blend. So from October, I start burning it in my house. So what I'm burning at the moment is cinnamon clove, nutmeg, and mandarin orange.
Ah,
Love them.
I can smell it. It's delicious.
I love it. I love those woody and the spiciness and the the singiness of the orange, and they're really good antiviral oils for this time of the year. So this time of the year, you'll find that's what I'll burn because it's coming into the darker evenings. When the fire is lit and you burn these, it just creates a beautiful atmosphere. And then in the summertime, I'll go I'll go with the Tranquility blend, which is Maytang, geranium, cypress, and frankincense. So at different times of the year, I have different oils.
And all those blends are available from your
Yes,
online shop?
yes,
Oh, that's
yes.
amazing. Well, we are running out of time, but I still want to ask you, could you please share with us some of your favorite do-it-yourself recipe for preserving our beauty and treating our soul at the same time?
Well,
Secret.
for me, it is having a aromatherapy bath. That is my thing. For me, when life gets too tough or anything, or if I just want to treat myself, I get into the bath and I have all of the aromas enveloping me in the lovely warm water. So for me, it is an aromatherapy bath. So I thought, why not get a recipe for you to make up a lovely balm that you can put into your bath? What it is, you can make your own bath oils, like your bath bombs that you put into the water. So it's kind of about 130 grams of baking soda, 65 grams of citric acid, and 30 grams of Epsom salts. So they're the kind of the base. And then you put all them into a bowl, and then you put about 3 milliliters of whatever essential oils you like. It doesn't matter. You pick whatever you want. If you wanted something sometimes what I would often give people is for their feet. If they can't have in the bath, a lot of people don't want to get into the bath. Well, then do little foot baths. So I would put them into, the little, you can get templates, the silicone templates, and I had little heart ones. So I used to put 12 of them in there. So you have 3 mils of the whatever essential oil. So if it's for the feet, lavender and peppermint's always nice for the feet. And then you put a tablespoon of almond oil, and then you get like a spray bottle like this with rich hazel, and you spray it maybe 5 or 6 spurts of spare, and you bring them all together enough to make them, stick together, but don't put too much or they'll all fizz up on you. Do you know what I mean? So it's only
Sounds,
enough to bring the ingredients together.
sounds absolutely divine. I'll try that one tonight. Well, Maria, I would love to continue talking to you. Perhaps we'll bring you back to our show again. But for now, I'd like to thank you for this insight. And I would like to encourage our viewers to reach out directly to you, Maria, for
Yes.
a real, uncommercialized natural remedies, something for your skincare and soul. Maria's contact details are located in the comment section below this episode. Well, thank you for sharing all that with us and our community. And thank you for being here, Maria. Thank you for being you yourself and for your commitment to making this world a more enjoyable place and for sharing your wisdom, knowledge, and innovation with us.
Thank you so much for having me, Lydia. I'm delighted.
If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe to our YouTube channel so you won't miss any of the new episodes. If you have questions, comments, or suggestions, please put them below the video. I do read them. If you are looking for a good, reliable source of specific ingredients, experts, services, or products, click on the resources link under this video. To health, long life, and pleasures.